Hey there, welcome back to The Magic and the Music. I'm Jen. Today we are going to be comparing moderate resorts to Disney Vacation Club resorts. You might have wondered, if I like to stay in moderate resorts at Walt Disney World, is it possible for me to save money as a Disney Vacation Club member? We're going to look at the numbers, so let's get right to it. Alright, so if you are like us, you like to go to Disney World often. And we stayed first at value resorts and then gradually started to move up into moderate resorts. And that's when we started to look at Disney Vacation Club and wondered, is it actually worthwhile for us to make the move over to Disney Vacation Club? So you might be in the same position and wondering, can you save money? Or maybe you're already a DVC member and you're just wondering, how much money are you saving? So let's take a look at a comparison today between two different possible Disney World stays. And we've got the numbers for you, so we're going to look at all the details. We are comparing a 7-night stay at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with a 7-night stay at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort. So we selected these two resorts specifically because they have a lot of things in common. They are both very, very large resorts. They both have internal bus systems that go around the property, so you have to take a bus to get from one location to another, or maybe from your room possibly over to the main building where you might get food. And the scale and general feeling felt just kind of similar to these. We have stayed in both of these resorts, and we could say that they do share a lot in common. Our comparison week that we're going to look at is a week in June of 2022. It is a Saturday to a Saturday, like we said, 7 nights. All right, if you're going to follow along at home, the dates that we have chosen are June 18th to June 25th, 2022. Again, 7 nights. The cost for a standard view studio at Saratoga Springs for that week is 102 Disney Vacation Club points. Okay, we're going to start with the hotel room cost first. If you were not able to get a room discount for this stay, we'll cover a couple of different scenarios here. The stay would be $328.50 per night, including tax. Now, we went onto the Disney website and we looked up these dates, and of course there's no discount available now because it's a full year away. As you get closer, sometimes discounts do become available. The total cost for this room with no discount for a standard view room at Caribbean Beach Resort would be $2,299.50. If you were able to get a room discount of 15% off of Caribbean Beach, which sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, so there are a few kind of possibilities there. A 7-night for a standard room, which the base price is $292 per night, with an estimated 15% room-only discount, then we add in tax. The total with tax per night would be $279.23. So there are some savings there. We multiply that times 7 nights, and our total, if you were able to get a room-only discount, again, we estimated 15% off, your total cost for that Caribbean Beach room would be $1,954.58. So you can see right there that room discount is going to save you a couple $100. So really good savings right there. Now, there are some things to know about those discounts. Typically, in my experience, when I've gotten room discounts at Disney World, you don't usually get it on the standard view room. They typically like to put out that discount for the more expensive rooms. So for example, for this summer, if I were looking at that same room discount for this summer, which they typically do each summer, I am only finding the pirate rooms, which are really cool, but they start at a much higher price. So that is a little bit of a caveat about those room discounts, is that you might get one, but it might start with a higher base price. So you're getting a discount, but you're also basing that off of a higher starting price. So, you know, that's something you have to take into consideration, because you don't know if you're going to be able to get that discount. And you really won't know until just a few months before your stay. So where do we get these prices? We went directly to the Walt Disney World website and put in our dates, and we checked out what was available and the pricing right there. So those are what we call Disney's rack rates, so non-discounted rates. Now, we did not include parking in the cost here for Caribbean Beach because not all guests have cars. We always fly to Disney World because we live very far away, and so we don't generally rent a car, but if you are going to rent a car, you have to factor in that cost. Parking at a moderate resort is $20 per night. So for 7 nights, you're looking at an additional $140. All right, let's take a look at our DVC comparison room. Let's assume you are using Saratoga Springs points that you bought directly from Disney. Unfortunately, just a few days ago, we got word that Disney Vacation Club has increased the direct price for Saratoga Springs from $165 per point to $180 per point. I had even written my notes for this video before they made the change, and I had to go back and edit it because I didn't want my information to be out of date. So unfortunately, $180 per point if you call up Disney directly and say, hey, we want to buy a contract at Saratoga Springs. If you bought those points today, you would get 33 years of points left. Depending on your use year, you might be able to squeeze in an additional use year. It would kind of depend on the timing, but we're just going to say 33 because we know you'd at least get 33. We would divide the cost, $180 per point, by 33 years, and you would get a per point cost of $5.45. So that's how much you are paying basically for each individual point. You add in the annual dues to that amount, which is currently for 2021, $7.11 per point. So then your total cost per point for that Saratoga Springs point would be $12.56. Now you multiply that by the number of points needed for the reservation, in this case 102 points, and you have your total reservation cost. It was $1,281.58. That's not bad when we were talking about the original undiscounted price for the Caribbean beach room being almost $2,300. But we're not done, because we're going to take it a step farther. We are actually going to take a look at a resale purchase. So let's say that you bought your points at Saratoga Springs on the resale market. We're going to say that you maybe had to spend $120 per point. We consulted the right of first refusal thread on Disboards, which is a great place to look if you are looking to purchase DVC resale. And we also looked at some different resale listings, and we kind of guessed that if you negotiated, you could probably get these for about $120 per point. And of course, this will change over time. It goes up generally over time. We're going to do the same math on this one. So we're going to take 33 years of points, and we're going to divide the cost, $120 per point, by that 33 years, and you will get a cost of $3.64 per point. Add in $7.11 in maintenance fees, and your total cost for the points that year is $10.75 per point. Now you're going to multiply that point cost times the number of points needed for the reservation, which is 102 points. And your stay using resale points is only $1,096.13. Wow, that is a lot less. So it's kind of amazing when you start to do the math. Even the direct pricing is a significant savings, but wow, the resale is even lower. Okay, we're still not done because there are extra costs that get added into this. As we mentioned, parking is an extra $20 per night if you are staying at a moderate resort. For 7 nights, that's an additional $140 if you bring a car. If you don't bring a car, then you won't have to worry about this. Now, you might say, but what about DVC members paying for parking? Don't we pay for parking? No, we don't pay for parking because we're owners. We are not hotel guests. And so that is a major difference. So if you were factoring in that parking cost of $140, if you do have a car, DVC members are not going to be paying that fee. So these are not your only options. Did you know that you can actually rent Disney Vacation Club points and reservations? There are services and companies out there, and we will put some links in the comments below so you can find them. So if you want to enjoy some of the benefits of these less expensive DVC reservations, but you also are not ready or able to commit to Disney Vacation Club, you'll definitely want to check out the rental options. We priced out this same stay at Saratoga Springs using a DVC rental company. We went onto their website and we were quoted $1,938 for the exact same Saratoga Springs room. Yes, not the kind of discounts that the owners get, but still less expensive than if you were getting that undiscounted room directly from Disney. So that really is worth considering as well. So if you generally stay at Disney World at a moderate resort like we used to do, it's very much worth taking a look at Disney Vacation Club. For some of you, depending on your travel habits and how you like to stay at Disney World, there may be some big savings for you. Maybe not, it just depends. But you can see that even at the moderate resort level, there is quite a big margin in price difference between these. Now, of course, you could choose a more expensive DVC resort. If you stayed at Grand Floridian, the savings wouldn't be so dramatic because you're at a much more expensive resort. Versus there are even less expensive resorts than the Saratoga Springs studio that we showed you. So there's kind of a wide variation within the DVC lineup as well. We honestly had ignored Disney Vacation Club for many years while vacationing at Disney World. We just thought, oh, it's another timeshare. We don't do timeshares. It's not our thing. And we skipped it. And it wasn't until we sat down and we really looked at the numbers and we consistently travel to Disney World. That's the key. You need to consistently travel to one of these locations to make it worthwhile. I do hear some people say, well, that's crazy. Why would you ever spend the money on that? Why would you want to keep going to Disney? Well, then that's not the product for you. But if you consistently travel to Disney and you're paying for rooms like this, you want to take a really close look at Disney Vacation Club. It might actually save you quite a bit of money. If you want to learn more about Disney Vacation Club, be sure to check out some of our other educational videos. We have lots of information about how to get the most out of your Disney Vacation Club experience. And if you enjoy Disney music, Disney Vacation Club, or family fun, be sure to come on over and check out our channel and stay a while. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a fantastic day, everybody.